Hey guys, so I'm doing my January favorites. A little bit late, but hey, they're still getting done, so there you go. I've got quite a variety this month. I did pick a non-beauty favorite, and I've got two not-so-favorites, which I know a lot of people like to hear me rant about stuff, so there you go. The first item is a foundation. This is kind of a rediscovered product. It's the Physicians Formula Youthful Wear something or other. SPF 15 foundation. I'm in the shade Fair, which is the lightest one. When I first got this foundation, I was kind of like, it's okay, you know, it was nothing great, but I think that what made me rediscover it and actually begin to like it was not applying it with the Real Techniques stippling brush, which is how I normally apply foundation. With this foundation, because it's quite thick and it's still like a medium coverage, it's not like a full coverage, it's not cakey looking, but it's just a very thick foundation in general. I think it's clay based. You kind of need your fingers to help warm up the product and blend it in. So once I kind of started using my fingers with it, I actually really like it now. I do powder this when I first apply it, and then if I know that I'm going to be going out in the evening, I'll bring my powder with me and I'll kind of touch up my T-zone because it does get a little bit oily kind of around 3 or 4 o'clock on me after applying it at about 7:30. So, but overall, I really like this. I kind of was having a lot of breakouts during January. My skin like went nuts. And this was really good at covering it. I barely needed concealer, so that's always good when you don't need as much product to cover up your breakouts. So overall, good foundation. It wasn't limited edition or anything. It's still available. So if you're looking at a good medium coverage, kind of almost like a tinted moisturizer feel, but with a good coverage, definitely check this out. Something, again, that I kind of rediscovered because when I first got it, I was like, this is okay, but it's nothing special. And then I started using it again, and I really, really like it. It's the NYC Sun and Bronze Bronzing Powder in Hamptons Radiance. This is not a bronzer at all on me. This is the lightest shade. And because it's got those little pink strips and the highlighter strip, it's more like a really glowy bronzer. Like, I don't wear it in normal bronzing spots. I just wear it on my cheeks. And it's kind of like a little bit of a bronzer, a peachy bronze blush, and then a highlighter all in one. So it is kind of similar to the MAC MSF. And I really, really like this. I think it's because it's cold outside and it's just everything's kind of gray and bleak, and this is just a little bit of sunniness like on your face and kind of warms your face up a little bit. And I really like the texture. It's nice and soft, so I'm hoping they come out with other colors. One more chic product, I think. Yeah, one more chic product. It is a NARS blush. Now, I only have one of these because they're quite pricey, and this was a Christmas gift from a few years ago. And every winter, I sort of pull this back out again and rediscover it and love it. And with NARS blushes, I kind of feel like they're overpriced for what they are, and the packaging it gets so disgusting. I feel like this color is unique enough to warrant how much the cost is, but it is thin. You've probably seen this if you're into makeup. It's kind of a purpley plum color. It's just really, really pretty in the winter with, even with like neutral eyes and a neutral lip, it's just a little bit of color on your face, and it's very wintry and pretty. And like I said, I do like this particular one. Not really sure if I'm going to buy more, but I do like this color. The LORAC Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. I'm assuming this is a mini because it's quite small, but it came with my Pro Palette for Christmas. A little squeeze tube style. The only thing I don't like about the packaging is that it deposits extra primer onto the outside and then it gets all nasty and crusty, so I have to keep wiping off the end of it, and I just used it. But I find that this right now is working better for me than versus the Too Faced Shadow Insurance, especially with the color tattoo and a powder eyeshadow over top. I'm getting from like 7 o'clock in the morning, and I'm starting to get to like 4 or 5 o'clock before my eyeshadow starts to crease, whereas with Too Faced Shadow Insurance it was starting to do it at like noon. So I definitely like this, and when this runs out I will probably purchase a full size, because right now it's working for me. I just want to use it a little bit longer, because Too Faced Shadow Insurance used to work really well for me, and then it just suddenly stopped working. So, but overall, really like this. It performs as well as TFSI, if not better. So, I finally have come to like this product. It's taken me long enough, but I don't know what happened, but I finally really like it. It's a Bobbi Brown Creamy Concealer, and I'm in the shade Ivory. It's just a potted concealer. What took me to get used to this was that I tried applying it with a brush, and I wasn't really a fan. I tried applying it with my finger, and I wasn't really a fan. But I found that the best way to apply this is actually to dab it, like to put a little bit on your ring finger and dab it over your blemish. I wouldn't use that underneath my eyes because it's a little bit too dry for me for that, but for a blemish concealer, it works really, really well as long as you pat it. If you swipe it, because it's so soft, it kind of just goes around the blemish instead of sitting on top of it. So, like I said, gentle kind of patting motion with this, and this will cover pretty much anything, and this got me through like a really bad breakout that I had like starting after Christmas, and my face is just now started clearing up now. So really, really like that. I found mine at the CCO for like 14 bucks, instead of full price, which is always great to find it at a discount. So if you live near a CCO, definitely go look because they carry this all the time. They're both mini sizes of something, and I'm kicking myself for the fact that I like these. And it's really annoying because they're expensive, and I try not to like high-end stuff that much because I'm always of the mindset for the most part you can find cheaper alternatives that are just as good. But right now I'm like in love with these two things, and I'm trying to prevent myself from buying them. The first one is the Laura Mercier Full Blown Volume Lash, and this is in black. This came in a set from Sephora. And it's actually just, it looks so basic. When I opened it up, I was like, okay, this is just going to be a bog standard mascara. Just a good old bristle brush. Relatively, not quite a wet formula, but not a dry formula either. And this is amazing. Like, and it's $24, and I can't bring myself to buy it, but I have to admit that it's probably one of the best mascaras I've tried. It gives me really, really, really good volume, and it lasts throughout the entire day. Like, at the end of the day, I can feel my eyelashes, and they're soft, but they're definitely still, like, they're still upright, they're not drooping, and I've still got, like, a really good layer of mascara on. Never had any smudging issues with this, and like I said, I don't know, at $24 for a mascara, and with mascaras, it's not like you can use it slowly and keep it for a long period of time. They go off. You have to, like, throw them away after, like, 3 months, so I don't know. I love it, but it's expensive. So that's the Laura Mercier Full Blown Volume Lash. If you have some money to blow, check it out. The other kind of expensive item that I'm like, is the Fresh Sugar Lip Treatment in Rose. I don't know, maybe it's rosé because it's got like the little accent above the E, but again, this is a mini. I got this from a set for my birthday from Sephora, and oh god, this is so nice. And it's $24 for a freaking lip balm, and I'm just like, that's insane. I'm gonna check out the Maybelline Baby Lips because I've heard that they're kind of similar, and they have a color that's similar to this. I don't remember, I think it's cherry. It's kind of similar. I really like the way this smells. The original Fresh Sugar lip balm in the brown tube, I think it stinks. It just smells rancid because it's really lemony smelling, and I'm not a fan of lemon scents at all. This has the same base scent, but it's got the rose kind of floral scent, and it kind of balances out a little bit. And this does have a little bit of color to the lips, a little bit of pink. I'm wearing it right now. But this is just so nice when your lips are dry, but you want to put a little bit of color on your lips because it's moisturizing, but you get a little bit of color, and it's just really comfortable to wear. The LORAC Pro Palette. Words cannot describe how much I love this palette. The cool thing about this is that it's got all shimmery shades on the bottom and a row of matte shades on the top. I started using this on my trip. I went to DC for a concert, and I brought it, this was the only palette I brought with me, and it's so easy. There's like a variety of looks you can make with this. Even for people that aren't a huge fan of neutrals, because like this gold is super vibrant and like pigmented, and then you've got this sort of dark purple, you got like a dark gray. You can do smoky eyes with it, you can kind of get a little bit of color out of it. You got kind of a coppery color here. I think that even for someone that thinks neutrals are boring, I don't think this palette's boring at all, because I usually tend to find neutrals kind of boring. The only negative about this palette, as much as I love it, is there is no good eyebrow shade in here for me. And so when I took it on my trip, I was in a bit of a tight spot because I took it because this color right here, I thought maybe mixing these two together I would get something about what I use now because I have red hair right now. These are way, way darker than they appear in the pan, and I actually had like total scowls brow. Like after I put them on, I was like, I was on the train and I was trying to like wipe some of it off, and it was really bad. That's the only problem. If I go back to being a brunette again, one of these two will be fine, but in terms of for my red hair, none of these really work quite well, so that's the only disappointing part, is that I have to bring something else for my eyebrows because nothing in here really works. But I think that's just for me, that's not for everybody. I think that there's definite blonde shades in here and there's definite brunette shades, just redhead kind of not so much. So perfume favorite for the month is the Lavanilla Vanilla Grapefruit. Oh, that smells so good. I've had it forever, so it's kind of turned a funky color, but it doesn't smell any different, so I'm not really that concerned about it, but I keep it in a dark place, so now. Originally I didn't, that's probably why it turned colors, but it's vanilla grapefruit, but it's kind of tart at the same time, and it also kind of smells like cookies. Anytime I wear it, someone's like, oh, you smell like cookies. Sorry, I needed a minute. It smells so good. I think what I'm going to do is, because I'm starting to kind of start really getting through this, because these are very, very intense. I can put it on in the morning and it's there the next morning before I take a shower. I can still vaguely smell it on me. So I think I will get, when I do repurchase this, I'm going to get the rollerball of this, which is like double length of this instead of getting the full-size bottle, because I don't know if I could ever get through that. Not so much a favorite as something I've just been using all month and I'm now interested in trying to find something better, but I do like this. It's the Clinique, I've got a Q-tip in there, sorry, I can't get it out. The Clinique clarifying lotion. This is number 2. It's for normal skin. Toners are basically for like removing dead skin cells and sort of perfecting your pores and like minimizing your pores and stuff like that. I use it after I after I take off my makeup. And it does kind of get the last traces of like dirt and oil and makeup out of your skin. You can usually see it on the cotton pad. The reason why I'm trying to get through this, if I don't finish it, I'm going to give the rest to my mom because she still uses it. It has alcohol in it, which alcohol is pretty common in toners, but I'm trying to get away from using alcohol on my face, and this is like, alcohol is the second ingredient in this. It also has witch hazel, so I'm trying to find a witch hazel toner that doesn't have alcohol. But overall, I think if you're not really that concerned about the alcohol aspect of things, this is a really good toner, and this huge bottle is like 13 bucks, so it's pretty affordable. The last skincare item is the Caudalie Vinosource Serum SOS Thirst Quenching Serum. Fancy French names. It's a little sample tube I got from Sephora. I love this. And it's $48, and I get annoyed that I like expensive things and I don't want to pay for them, but this is amazing. I use this whenever I exfoliate in the shower. I get out and I put this on just to put the moisture back into my skin again, or if I use the toner before I go to bed in the morning, I'll get up and put this on. It absorbs really quick, it's really lightweight, it like plumps up your skin. You can feel that your skin has been moisturized, and then I'll wait like 2 or 3 minutes and put on my moisturizer. But it absorbs really, really quickly, and it's really nice, and it smells nice too. It's like really refreshing smelling. I may end up buying the full size of this because this little sample has lasted me a really long time, and I'm thinking that the full size bottle, even though it's like $48, it may last me a long time. If you can get a hold of a sample of this, definitely try it out if you have dry skin. So that's pretty much it for my favorites. I do have 2 non-favorites. The ranty part of the video, if you don't want to hear bad things, I would just cut it off here. But, you know, I like doing this because it kind of warns people about things that aren't so good. So the first thing is not so much a product hate as a product meh, and I'm just kind of disappointed with it. It's the Vichy Purete Thermale micellar solution. Micellar solutions have become really popular in the last couple of years, and there's a ton of them out there. If you're in Europe, you can get them from tons of different pharmacies. Over here, they're a little bit harder to find. I ordered this from Dermstore. It was about $14 to $16. I can't remember how much it was, but I originally tried the Caudalie cleansing water, and I really liked that a lot. I think that's what it's called. And I looked at the full-size price, and it's like $27, and I just was like, I can't, it's so expensive. And then I saw this, and the ingredients were pretty much the same as the Caudalie one. They were just in a slightly different order, and I thought it'll be the same thing, except apparently those ingredients being in a different order completely changes the substance of the product. It removes your makeup decently well. I still have residue on my face, which really irritates me. It's something about this. It's the feel of it. The Caudalie, you rub it over your skin and it like instantly evaporates to where you don't have like that wet feeling on your skin. It doesn't feel tight, but this, you can like feel it going across your skin. You can feel the cotton pad like rubbing your skin, and it just, I don't know, it feels like I have a residue after I use it, and I don't like it. And you can see how much I've gotten through, and I've only had this for, I've only really been using it, and not even every night, for a couple of months. And it's just going down so fast because I have to use so much of it in order to try to get my makeup off, and then it still doesn't get all of it off. So once this is done, I'm either going to try out another kind, or I'm going to go ahead and just bite the bullet and buy the Caudalie one. But I'm not really a fan of this. It's not as good as the Caudalie one. I think that's the problem. I probably like it if this was the first thing I tried, but instead it's the second one I tried, and I definitely like the Caudalie better. Last thing is definitely a product hate. Words cannot describe how much I hate this, and I'll go through this. So it is the Eucerin Calming Body Wash. It's shower oil instead of a liquid instead of like a cream or anything like that, or a gel. This was on offer. I was getting the Eucerin Original Strength Lotion, and it was like $3.50 for this bottle, and I thought, let me try it, because it doesn't have any alcohol, it doesn't have any sulfates, it doesn't have anything bad in it. And I thought, I was looking for a body wash that was free of all that bad stuff. And it's for sensitive skin, no fragrance, and I thought that'd be good because then I can wear perfume with it. First off, it doesn't leave you feeling very clean. It's an oil, which I've used shower oils before, and I don't have a problem with the oil aspect. It's just that this, you have to use so much of it, and it's so thin that it literally just starts running out of your hands, and it's like you're like squeezing some out and trying to like quickly like rub it on yourself before it like goes everywhere. So I end up having to do like, you know, one squeeze to do my arms, one squeeze to do my stomach, and then it's just like, I feel like I'm using so much of it and I really shouldn't have to. The second thing, and really the deal killer for me, the smell. It is one of the worst smelling products I've ever come across, and I don't understand why you'd want a shower oil, something that's being rubbed all over you, to smell like this. It smells so bad. And it's supposed to be fragrance free, so I don't know what's in this that makes it smell so bad. The only thing I can think of is the castor oil. I've never smelled straight up castor oil, but I would assume maybe that's it because that's like the second ingredient. But literally, oh, it smells like fish. There's no other way to describe it. It smells like fish. Not attractive. I mean, I know that fragrance free means that they can't add anything to try to cover up the scent, but could you put like coconut oil or something in there to try to like diffuse the scent or something? Like, it just, oh, it smells so bad. I want to write the company and ask them why. Why does it smell like fish? It's so nasty. And I've tried to use it with Bath & Body Works shower gel because I have one laying around because that's got a bunch of crap in it. And I thought, let me use half and half and see if I can get through this, because the Bath & Body Works stuff is so heavily fragranced. This stuff is so strong that it cuts through the Bath & Body Works shower gel. You can't even smell it. It smells like fishy perfume then. It's disgusting. I'm probably going to end up just throwing this away because it smells so awful. So yeah, that's the end of my January favorites, and hell no. No. So I will see you next time. Bye.